Before I start, I'm just going to say that I did sketch this out before I even did the Tune Me challenge. So the video before the Tune Me challenge was me testing out this like Engrave It Pro tool, and so I sketched out this little demon girl that had like double horns on her head, and then I don't know if they're horns or ears like coming out the bottom. So that's what it looked like on the Engrave It when I did the engraving thing, and I thought it'd be pretty cool if I just did one of her like real version, like in my own style, instead of trying to engrave it in a wooden box, because that was very hard. So I wanted to redraw that. And so this was before I decided that I was like gonna attempt to do less blank faces and try more expressive things. So that's why I'm talking about not doing any more blank faces, but this drawing is once again of a blank face, only because I already had this sketched out. So I was gonna redraw the Engrave It thing, but then the Tune Me challenge like came out, and I was like, oh my god, I have to do this challenge. So that's why I had sketched this out already, and then I just like put it to the side, and then I did the Tune Me challenge, and I was like, if I'm gonna do the Tune Me challenge in a traditional setting, I feel like other people should see how it's done, or how I'm gonna do it at least. So I decided to record that. So that became I think the week before, not this week, or the last week's videos, whatever. I missed a week somewhere in there, but now I'm finally getting to this sketch. So I just wanted to explain why what I'm talking about doesn't match what I'm actually doing. So on to the actual topic of no longer doing these like blank faced people. So I spoke before when I said that I wanted to go back to doing my baby faced people. I said that I felt like I was essentially drawing, not like really like recreating the references I was using, but I felt like it wasn't like a big enough difference between what the reference was and what I was drawing, because I wasn't really trying to draw what the reference was. And I think a part of that is because I'm doing a lot of blank faces. If I'm making sense, I don't know if you're following along with what I'm saying, but if I'm making sense, then you understand what I'm saying. Anyways, I feel like a part of the reason why I wanted to go back to doing the baby faces is because, and something I didn't even realize, is because like I'm still doing these like blank faces. A while back, I want to say maybe 3 years ago, I had decided I was going to stop doing blank faces, and I was searching for more expressive like references. I was using Pinterest some, but I was more using stock photos. Using stock photos for expressive references can get a little dangerous sometimes though, because they like to over emote a lot of the times. Like you can find some really good expressive and emotive references in the stock photo websites, but a lot of the times they are like over emoting, or they're overly expressive, or the expression is just like entirely too much because they're stock photos, so they have to be extra. So you want to like weed through those ones that are like doing the most and find the ones that are really, really good, because when they're over expressive, they just don't look correct. They look fake, and they look like they're not really feeling the emotion that they're feeling. So you want to get like good references, and I'm not saying you can't find those on Pinterest, because you can. They're just a little bit harder to find. Pinterest is just like full of blank faced people that are great for drawing, and that like make really cute drawings, and you can always like embellish them and do everything you want to do. You can change things around very easily and then make them into your own style, because they're just so blank faced. It's going to be harder to change something to your own style, or to take the reference and make it your own, when it's not such a blank face and you have to work a little bit harder to get it to look correct. But that is what I'm going to be doing, because I did used to do it, and I'm actually going to insert one of the very first pictures where I was like, I'm going to start doing more emotive things, and this is the one I came up with, and I was surprised that I had actually done it so well. I think because before that, I don't think I had even done anything even remotely close to an expression like this before I had drawn this, and this was like maybe like 4 years ago that I did this. And then somehow I just got like not lazy, but I just got comfortable doing the blank faces and like embellishing and adding all the things I wanted to, because it was so easy to just switch it into my style. It was so easy to add everything I wanted to add to it if it was just a blank canvas to work with. But I need to be able to do that while still working on expressions and expressive photos. I don't know if I already said this, but Ergo, however you say his name, I'm gonna say Ergo Josh did a video on this, and he's the reason that I like remembered that that's what I used to do. I used to like actively search out more expressive photos, and I somehow forgot all about that until his recent video where he like spoke about drawing blank faces, and how if you want to grow as an artist, you know, you're gonna need to do more than that, and people usually respond more to more expressive photos. And I do believe that I do think people respond more when the photo or when your drawing is like more expressive and less blank face, unless something really cool is going on in a drawing, or if you already have a pretty large following and people just enjoy your style. Usually people respond more when they like can connect with the photo and they can feel whatever emotion the person's feeling. And my Instagram is just like full of just blank face people, like just straight up blank face. Every once in a while there's something like someone will look like a little bit like sinister maybe, or they'll have like a slight smile, a slight smirk, or their mouth will be open, but for the most part their faces are like pretty relaxed and like forward facing. I mean, I do 3/4 views a lot too, like this one, but for the most part they're just pretty much like straightforward, blank face, slacked, all relaxed, and I would like to get out of that. Hopefully I can find some really good references. I know that Ergo Josh, when he did his, he said that he was going to leave his Pinterest like reference page open. I do have a Pinterest account. I think it's just under my like actual name, so you probably can't find it because I think it's under my real name, but I do have a Pinterest account, and none of my boards are like private or anything, so maybe I'll like link my references board, and once I start adding more expressive references, maybe other people will be able to find other ones like that, because it's really hard to find them. So if I find them, I'm going to share the wealth. And so yeah, I'll leave that down below, the link to my Pinterest page. Oh, I completely forgot that I said I was going to start putting the references that I was using in the videos. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to actually insert the reference that I used for this drawing here, because I forgot I said I was going to do that. So this is the reference that I was using for this drawing. This is once again just a regular slack-faced person, not doing much, not much going on. And if you can see what I mean when I say, like, yes, my drawing kind of looks like the person, but I'm not really going for like a recreation. I'm not trying to actually draw the person. I'm just trying to like match where the eyes are, and like just trying to get it anatomically correct. And I just like the position that she was in, but I wasn't trying to like actually draw her. And then I also wanted to like go back to doing like my baby faces, where the face is like squished down a little bit more and the eyes are bigger and everything's like a little bit bigger and on the face than it actually should be, so it looks more like a baby face. So I don't know if I completely got that correct, because like I said, it's easier for me to do a baby face when I'm not looking at a reference, because when I am looking at a reference, I usually tend to put things where they should be. So I'm like in between trying to like figure out using references while still doing my baby face style in there, but then also I'm going to be doing more expressive photos on top of that. So I'm giving myself a couple of different challenges. Hopefully I can like complete them all. But yes, I do want to have a open Pinterest page so that people can just like see whatever references I'm using, because like to be as transparent as possible. And I'm like, everyone knows that I use references to talk about them heavily all the time, so I have no problem sharing whatever references I'm going to be using in the future. But yeah, I really do think I'm going to start looking on some stock photo websites to start looking for some. Yeah, and that's not to say that I will never use, like I'll never do the blank face people again, because obviously I enjoy drawing them, so clearly my whole Instagram is full of them, so I'm not going to stop using them like all together, but I would like to just like sprinkle just a couple more other emotions in there, because it's just a lot of blank face going on. And I do like the way that they turn out. It's not like I think that they look bad, but I like them more when they're expressive. And even ones where they're not like super expressive, but where you can see some type of emotion in their eyes, like they look so much better. Like my one thrice, which is this one right here, which I'm going to show. This one, you can like see the expression in her eyes. You can see she's happy, like she has just more expression, I think, than I normally do. And this one got a really big response, I think, because of the expression in her eyes and because you can connect with it a little bit more. At least that's what I believe. And the stats show that that is what works, So I am still going to be doing my blank face people, but I think that it'd be really nice to just sprinkle in a couple more emotions on top of it. People like to connect to things, and when they feel like they can connect, then they want to engage more, I guess. But I do still like my little blank face demon baby that I did this time. I think she's really cute. I don't know, I just think it's a pretty cute drawing. I like it, but I think I would like them more, just like or not them, I think just in general I would like my feed more if I had a couple more differences in there. I think that's why I've been like changing things up a lot lately, just because I feel like everything's starting to look the same, and I think that's one of the reasons why, and I didn't even realize it. So thank you, Ergo Josh, for reminding me of something that I was supposed to be doing anyways, and that I used to do, and then for some reason I just like forgot that that's what I was doing. At some point, all of my like the pins that I started pinning beginning, every single one of them just begin to like repetitively be blank face, blank face, blank face, when it didn't used to be that. So I don't know what happened at what point that maybe it's just the abundance of those that are readily available on Pinterest, just like overran the thought process I had where I was going to actively search for more expressive drawings. So thank you, Ergo Draws, for reminding me that is something that I need to be doing, or something that I need to bring back into my drawings, because I don't usually challenge myself a lot. I get pretty comfortable with what I like to do and what I enjoy doing, and I think that might be an issue. So this is something that I can challenge myself with, that I will still enjoy doing it, because while I did enjoy the Inktober challenge, I promise this is going to be the last time I bring up Inktober. I did enjoy the Inktober challenge. It was not that fun to draw a full body. So this is something that I think is going to be fun, where I can still enjoy drawing it and also challenge myself and have fun doing it. Okay, that's all I have to say. This is the cute little demon baby I did, and that's all. Bye.